Yes, hi guys. Um, yesterday we were looking at reference managers and we were supposed to prepare a document that you are going to use to look at the process of installing Mendeley. However, after interacting with a few of you, some of you suggested that instead we do a screen recording, and I thought it was a good idea. So today I'm going to do a very short recording of the process of installation and also maybe a few examples of how you could use the software. So if you're using Chrome as your browser, after opening Chrome, you would want to search for the software. So that's the name of the software menu. And this is what the search results bring. So what you want to do is to download Mendeley Desktop, right? So when you click on there, this is where it brings you. So you're downloading now for Windows. And because I had already downloaded the software, I'm not going to download it again. But what you're going to download is a file like this. So this .exe file, which is an installer for the software. After downloading the software, when you come to your downloads folder or wherever your downloads go, this is the file that you're going to find. It's about 191 megabytes. When you open that file, it gives you the opportunity to install the Mendeley software. So since it's already installed for me, I am also not going to do it again, but it's a very simple process. After installing, you create an account and sign in, etc., etc. So once you've completed that whole process, when you come to your desktop, you should see an icon for Mendeley. However, if you don't see an icon and the process of installation is complete, you can still search for Mendeley. And it should be among your applications, right? So when you open the software, it sometimes takes a few minutes to load, but when you open it, this is what you find on the dashboard. So up on the dashboard, there are like a few options here, and so when you go to tools, you should see this tab that says install Mendeley Cite for Microsoft Word. So when you click on this here, it will take you to this web site. Yeah. So this website here gives you the opportunity to install the plugin for the website that can open in Microsoft Office Word. So it's because I already installed this, I'm not going to do it again, but what you do is to click on this Get It Now button. And after that, it should give you the option of opening Mendeley Cite in Word. So when you say open in Word, it should open a Microsoft Office Word document. Now, when you're opening a Microsoft Office Word document after, so let me just search for Word here. So when you open your Microsoft Office Word, let's say let's open like a blank document. When you go to references, after a plugin has been installed, you should see this icon here. So this is the icon for Mendeley Cite. Now this means that you have natively installed the software that gives you the ability to add references that you might add from the web or from the mobile application into the Word document that you're working on. So the next thing that we would like to do, as I showed you yesterday, is to install some extensions that will allow Mendeley to work with your browsers. So browsers, for example, if you're using Chrome or if you're using Edge, it's a good idea to have those extensions installed so that you can use Mendeley directly from the browser without having to download the PDFs first. So if we can start with Chrome, and you come here. So for me, natively here, I can already see the icon for extensions. But if you're not seeing it already, you can come and click on this here, this toggle, and look for extensions, which is this. And you say manage extensions or visit Chrome Web Store. If you have never installed it before, you can say visit Chrome Web Store. So when you visit Chrome Web Store, you can come here and search for Mendeley. Sorry. So this here, want the Mendeley web importer. And as you can see, I've already installed it, but if you haven't installed it yet, you click. So as we were saying, if you have the desktop application already installed, a good practice is to install the extensions as well. So these extensions will help you to natively add references that you have come across from your browser directly into Word using the integration between the extensions and the plugin. So like I was telling you, if you come here, extensions, after installing, because you can see me, I already installed it. So after installing, you should be able to see the extension here. Now, same thing for Edge. So if you're opening Edge, here, so when you come to Edge, you come click settings, this, and then you should be able to see the icon for extensions here. So when you click on extensions, you can say get extensions for Microsoft Edge. You can say get extensions for Microsoft Edge, and you have the opportunity to search. So if we are searching for Mendeley, what you want to download is the web importer. So Mendeley web importer. As you can see, I've already downloaded it, so that is why I don't have that option to download it again. But you can open this, and what you will see is to download and install it for Edge. So after you're done doing that, when you check this tab for extensions here, you should be seeing Mendeley here as well. So when you've done those two things, now you have the ability to use Mendeley from the web and have the extensions added to Microsoft Word. So maybe if we were to like write, for example, if we're writing about malaria, for example, let me use that example because it is something that I think would be easy to write about. So if I went to Elicit and I was searching for information about malaria in Uganda, okay, so maybe I wanted to get the top papers. So let's say statistics. Malaria. And malaria statistics in Uganda. I want to filter this to be from like it's a 2020. Apply. So what we are going to get here are like a few papers, okay, that talk about the statistics of malaria in Uganda that were written and published from like 2020 onwards. Now, if you have a look at this here, these are some papers. So you have like Koko and his friends, Asua and his friends, Chigozi and his friends, and etc. who have published papers talking about this particular problem. Now, if you wanted to write this statement here, that is, malaria remains a significant health concern in Uganda, recent studies indicate the prevalence of 23.3% among this age group, which is like children under 5 years of age, and especially with higher risks in rural areas and lower socioeconomic strata. So this is like a very good statement that maybe we would want to include in our research. So if we were to include this in our research, maybe the first thing would be to, of course, paraphrase this. Like, you don't just copy and paste it as it is, you paraphrase it in your own words. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and do that right now, but if maybe that is something that we had written ourselves and we wanted to reference this, add their reference, okay, especially when you have a number like this and you're saying children under 5 years old, it's very important that you add references to show, like, okay, you know what I'm saying is like, it is research by someone. So I told you that you can go ahead and tap on the links that open. So you can copy this object identifier and then paste it in the Canada. So from here, it gives you access to the journal where that particular paper was published. So when it opens, immediately you have the opportunity to see this paper that was written by here. So here you open the paper. Now remember we are downloaded extension. So here when you open this extension for Mendeley, immediately after signing you in, it should detect that there is a paper here that you could use for a reference, just like this. In less than 3 seconds, it has detected this paper. So when you say add here, it will add this reference to your library of references. Okay. So that is the first. So socioeconomic determinants of malaria prevalence in Uganda, a paper by Ronald Coco, Solomon Wafula and his friends, etc., etc., etc. So maybe say there was another paper as well that you wanted. So if you went back this side, there's also this paper by Asua and his friends. So Asua and his friends, you can copy this document object identifier again, paste it inside, and it should take us to that journal where this paper was published. So this was published in the Oxford Academic Journal, and tapping on this extension 2, the same way we had done earlier. So when you tap on that extension, Mendeley should be able to detect that we have a paper here. So very, very fast it is analyzing, and sometimes it takes a while, especially if your internet connection is a bit slow, but yeah, usually in less than 10 seconds it has detected that there is a journal here. So this is a paper changing prevalence of potential mediators of aminoacylin and fluorescent resistance across Uganda. These are like medicines, and they are changing like reaction towards malaria. Okay, so this is a paper by Victor Asua, Melissa, etc., etc. So we can add this reference to. Okay, so now after adding that reference there, yeah, this should be faster if your internet is okay. So it has added both the reference and the PDF to your library. Now when you come this side to your Word document where you had written these things, so for example, if this first statement was said by both those papers, okay, both those gentlemen, so here where your cursor is where the reference is going to be added. So when you come this side, references, okay, references, you make this side tab is here. When you open this tab, it should give you access to your library. Okay, so inside the library you will see all the recent references that you have added, and when you click on the one that you have looked at and the one that you want to add in particular, for example, if this first statement was said by both these gentlemen, so what you could do is just add both of these, okay, and you say insert citations, and immediately it has inserted the citations. But like I said, you need to change the style to IEEE, so changing it to IEEE and then update style, and so it has added those two citations. So we want this to be added here, okay, so that it will add them where your cursor is. So we need to go back inside. We want to add these two, insert these two, so it has added them there, and then we change the style to IEEE, but okay, here it's already formatted in IEEE. So that those two are added then, assuming this other statement was written by this paper here. So socioeconomic determinants, paper by Coco and his friends, so we can insert this citation here as well. So these are the citations that it has inserted. Then remember, down on like another page you're going to have references. So you have a page for references, so you can come here, click here and say insert bibliography, continue, so it has automatically inserted the bibliography here for you. Remember, these references here is usually like on the last page, so there's usually like the last page that has all the references. So here, okay, references here, then here we have referenced the first statement, second statement, like that. So this is basically how you use it. You can go ahead and add a very huge number of references to like have your work all clear, and this is for assignments, coursework, etc. etc. So that's about it. Thank you very much. In case of anything, don't feel bad to reach out.